Oh, Rico, how's it going?
Feeling good, feeling good.
All right, let's see what you got. All right, you got the heat on the feet. Okay, copy. Nice.
Hey everyone, and welcome to SneakerWeb. And today we have a very special performance review, but I do just want to give a quick shout out to two channels. I do just want to say that 3Up Prints is one of the best apparel companies that we are partnering with. This is one of the examples that we're going to be coming out with very soon, hopefully in the near future. And also to Lethal, he's just one of the best apparel companies, small business apparel companies that I've seen in quite some time, bringing out some dope apparel like the Allen Iverson t-shirt and the Kobe prints as well. Keep doing what you're doing and support your local businesses as well. And with that being said, let's get into the Curry 8 performance review. And this is the first time in a very long time in basketball culture that a new brand has emerged in a very long time, Chris. Yeah. And I'm very excited with these.
I'm glad that his first signature was a low top.
Yeah.
Curry's known for his lows, and he wears the super ankle supporters. So, but it's good to see that he did do with the extra padding.
Yeah.
And I know you did play a lot in these. How did that extra padding feel for you?
I'm pretty sure you can feel the sweat buildup in the Achilles pillow. Well, I did just get done doing some B-roll in these. So, Chris, starting off with the traction, which is one of the best features on the shoe. It was very surprising to me because, again, like we reiterated in the first video, number one, this is disgusting to look at. I know that. Number two...
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Number two, this is all made out of foam. The midsole and the outsole are all one unit, which keeps the weight down, but also provides some amazing grip. Surprisingly, outdoor as well, and they held up pretty well. I played in these for about almost 3 weeks, basically straight outdoors. I only played indoors once a week. That's the only time that I have available to test these out. But yeah, I have no complaints here. The only thing that I can say is that just make sure that you watch your wear and tear on these because, again, it is still foam. It's not a hard rubber. But other than that, these deserve the A1 stamp in the traction.
It also gets an A1 stamp in design.
Yes.
Personally, after playing in them, I did notice
skipping right to the materials, Chris.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of I don't know what you could say about that, but there's a lot of cutting in between where the foam is.
Yeah.
Obviously you're stretching it. This is leather.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see that a little bit of wear, but it's unless you look like really close to it, you won't really see that. Which is pretty good, yeah. I think, for me. You do see a little bit on the outside.
So you're saying
here.
The material holds up very nicely?
Yeah, I think, because you play pretty intense, I would say. You play pretty intense. So
yeah.
To see that the shoe is still intact, most shoes would have creased probably by a lot by now. You do see a little bit of scratch marks on the plastic back there, but
I honestly, did get stepped on actually in the back heel. I'm glad that it wasn't anything major serious like ankle rolling or anything, but yeah, that's just due to some of the damages.
Yeah, so you will get a little bit of cosmetic wear, probably over the first few wears. Usually that's not a problem unless you're a cosmetic person and you care about how the shoes look over time. But
these are basketball shoes. Yeah. You beat them at the end of the day.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Now, some people don't though.
Yeah.
Some people keep their basketball shoes.
I would actually rock these casually, especially the more neutral tone colorways.
Even this, I mean, personally,
I'll probably wear this out.
These are definitely shoes that you can wear out on a normal basis, even as a casual. And for those of you that don't play basketball, this could be a good look for you personally. But yeah, other than the small lineages in the leather, everything else looks pretty good. The shoelaces, where they aligned, still holds up.
Yep.
Everything else, the material is still as breathable as ever. The shoe's dirty as hell.
Yes, it is.
But that's what you're gonna get expected with playing outside, or if you're hoop inside, it'll probably be a little bit cleaner.
Exactly. Now, reverting back a little bit, we're gonna get into actually the cushion part, which is the second part of that midsole. To be honest, I don't know how else to say it, but it flows very nicely, pun intended. But yeah, the Under Armour flow technology is definitely one of those that I hope that Under Armour keeps, because it's just a very stable ride, but a very responsive ride as well. I don't feel, especially outdoors, I have bad knees and I have bad ankles. I did not really feel much pain afterwards playing outdoors for 2-3 hours. By like 3.5, I was like, all right, I kind of need to get home, but that was muscle fatigue at that point. But it wasn't in the case of the cushion. I mean, the cushion did bottom out after a while, but I'm talking like you had to play in these for hours on end. And the midsole, the wide base, also contributes to the next point, which is the support category. And like you said, you like wearing low-cut shoes, but you also like them to be supportive.
Correct.
You're going to get these as well with a very stable base from this and a very beefy heel counter and a very nice, tight one-to-one fit.
Yeah, I feel like in this case, I'm pretty okay with the heel counter being like beefy or as high as this. I think personally with Curry's, you have this slim support on the sides, and then you have kind of the loose end at the top. But in the back, we still have that padding, and I think I'm glad he paid a lot of attention to that back heel counter, because ultimately a lot of shoes fail that little market there.
Yeah,
and in this sense,
LeBron 18.
Yeah, LeBrons are notorious for missing the mark on a couple ends there, but I feel like for a shoe, especially if it's the first signature shoe, that's one thing I feel like he got right overall. And it doesn't just stop at the heel, it kind of just creeps around a little bit towards even where the front of the ankle goes.
No, it's very molded in the back, and I appreciate that.
It's like pillows for your ankles, basically. That's how I can describe it in this shoe. But I personally have nothing but nice things to say about this, and I think Curry, he's on the money and he's going on the right path, especially choosing these materials for the shoe, especially on the inside. I think it'll be good for even the most casual basketball wearer, and even for somebody that plays as intense as Rico does, or somebody that is really like that plays for hours on end. I wouldn't have any complaints on this end. So.
And getting back to the fit category, I would recommend going true to size in these. The loose material actually stays very nice and tight, very conform to your foot. And again, for wide footers, I would just say if you can, try these on in store. Maybe go up half a size, but everybody else just go true to size and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, they're not super floppy, and they're not. They're actually positioned perfectly when they're curved inwards, and then they have that kind of flat to openness towards the front of the heel toe. So I think ultimately anybody really, if whether you're wide-footed or even narrow-footed, you can definitely fit this shoe. Because I think it's almost like how Kobe's catered to that sense. This kind of caters to the same thing, and materials reflect that.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I think the fit is great. Like he said, half a size up. If it were me, I'm pretty much in the middle, so I would probably go half a size up as well.
Okay.
If you are somebody that likes it a little bit snug, then obviously go true to size.
Now, out of the colorways that you've seen, Chris, back to designs as we were talking about, which colorway would you cop knowing what you know now?
It's still this colorway. I'm a huge, I'm a huge solid color fan, even though there are accents of gold in this. I am a huge solid color fan. I do like this if it pops and it kind of goes into, because you have the leather, it's a little bit brighter red, and then this knit material is actually a darker red, and it shows off the shoe accents perfectly, because there's probably about 4 different versions of red on this shoe, going from the black of the plastic, the leather portion, the darker portion of the red, and then you have the inside that is a different monochrome red, which a lot of people don't know, but yes, it is. And I think, I love single color accents. I love solid blues, solid reds. So I think I would always go with this first, only because you can wear it casually, and it's Chinese New Year. Right?
It's Chinese New Year.
You can't go wrong with that. So
far, we're having an okay Chinese New Year and an okay New Year in general, but nothing crazy has happened yet, but we'll continue to see.
Yeah, if it's anything crazy that happens, put it in the shoes. Do something crazy with the shoes, Yes, do something crazy. But yeah, I have nothing negative to say about these Currys, and I know that may sound a little biased, but I've never been a huge fan of Currys, so I'm just going to be upfront right now. But I think this may steer me in the right direction with Currys. The only Currys that I think I really liked was the model before the previous one.
So the 6?
The 6s.
Okay.
Those were nice touch and go for me, but I think these may be a step in the right direction. And as a business and as a new market, I'm definitely going to be looking more at Curry's for sure.
I definitely cannot wait to see what they do following up the Curry 8 into the Curry 9. I'm definitely going to be excited for that. And I think if he gets to Curry 10, he's going to be, I believe, the 6th or the 7th person to get 10 shoes.
Kudos to him.
Yeah. And that kind of wraps things up for the Under Armour Curry 8. Again, you definitely should buy a pair if you haven't already. That's our A1 recommendation, as Chris says. And with that being said, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think if you've played in this as well. And until next time, guys, swing by for new content coming your way.
All right, later.
Peace.